Got it. Hey everybody. So this is streaming to my YouTube channel and to my Facebook page. So when you guys get on, if you are watching on YouTube, please make sure that you are actually signed into your YouTube account, or I will not be able to see your comments if you have any comments, questions. Hopefully everybody that's on here is actually from the Cleveland area, so in Cuyahoga County. So if you want to drop who you are, your business type, what you do, all that great stuff, that would be great. And in regular fashion, if you guys have not attended any of my lives before, I usually start 3 minutes after scheduled time. So I will start at 6:03. But I just want to make sure that I can, or y'all can see me, y'all can hear me, and I can actually see your comments if you have any comments. Hello. Anastasia. The office was very boring today without you here. Let me enlarge my screen. Can I? I don't think I can. No, you're fine. I didn't get here until like 4 because I was running around with Arlene, wrong sister, with Taylor literally all day. So yeah. All right, let's get this show on the road. Hello. Hey everybody. So some of you know me. If you are in Cleveland, some of you do not. My name is Irene Day. I am a full-time entrepreneur. I have been a full-time business owner since 2017. What did I do prior to starting my business? I worked at Save a Lot for 13 years. So if y'all live in the hood, y'all shop in the hood, y'all probably done seen me around somewhere. Worked there literally for exactly 13 years before I decided to start my own business. I actually own a few businesses, but my main business is Hannah Financial. 2021 was the first year that I made over 7 figures in my business. What services do we offer? Tax preparation, legal credit repair, emphasis on legal credit repair. So you have to have a license and a bond to perform credit repair services legally in the state of Ohio. So we are licensed and bonded, BBB accredited. Oh, yeah, there we go. BBB accredited. My millionaire's plaque from Credit Repair Cloud. Right there. Boom. Check us out. Yeah, so I do a thing or two when it comes to business, and more business. Education background. Besides me having a ton of fucking experience working in corporate America, I also graduated from Baldwin Wallace University in 2016 with a degree in organizational leadership. Currently, what do I do? Outside of running my business, I do a lot of contract work for schools. I write financial literacy curriculum, and I mind my business. So, if you are local and you are looking for somebody to prepare your taxes professionally, my office is open year round. My team, we service clients year round, and we are located in Tyler Village, which is on 36th and Superior. So let's get started. If you are a small business owner, I don't know how to share my screen on here, so I'm not going to. But if you are a small business owner, I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen posts about this Cuyahoga County stimulus grant. So I am just going to give you guys a rundown of what that grant program is about, the documents that you need to be eligible for the grant. Emphasis on eligible. Cuyahoga County stimulus grant. The reason that I'm doing this is because I have seen a lot of people that are charging people to fill out this application when there is no writing involved, right? I have also seen people charging people to fill out these applications when all they want is documentation, but they are verifying your documents. So a few people I have seen that are like, oh, you can pay me X, Y, and Z. I'll create your documents for you. Fraudulent documents don't mean shit when the grant program is using the NDC, which is the National Development Council, to actually verify the information that you are providing. So they are actually doing research on your business to make sure that your business was in business when the guidelines, like the dates that they set, like they are doing research on all of the documentation that they are requesting that you are submitting to them. So even if you do find somebody, and I don't even know why people, like, I get it, but I hate scammers, because a lot of the tax problem work that we do here and a lot of the credit repair shit that we do is fixing stuff because you done went somewhere and got scammed, or somebody done played with your numbers when they didn't have no business playing with your numbers. So you can fill out this application on your own. It is very easy to do. Literally the hardest part is just making sure that you have all of your documents to be able to submit for the application. So yeah, the name of the grant is the Cuyahoga County Small Business Stimulus Grant Program. The minimum amount that they are giving out is $10,000 and the maximum amount is $50,000. They will be determining grant amounts based on how many employees you have and your revenue in your business. So a couple of stipulations for the grant. And I've been on both webinars that the county actually held. So couple stipulations for the grant. You had to have done in the past 2 years less than $2 million in profit and more than $35,000. Okay. So how are they doing that? With your tax returns. If you are a small business owner, you have filed tax returns and you have not made at least $35,000 in your business the past 2 years, you are not eligible for this grant. You had to have been a registered business in the state of Ohio no later than June 1st of 2020. So if you are not registered as a business, if you do not have a DBA, doing business as, that is registered with the Secretary of State at bare minimum, you are not eligible for this grant. Even if you have somebody create some documents to say that you were, registered businesses are public record. They are searching the Secretary of State database for a business or for your business. So if you do not have, like if you were not a registered business by June 1st, 2020, you are not eligible for this grant. Is that 35K net or gross net? So that's two major things right there, right? I've had a couple of people that have DM'd me, yo, I paid such and such to fill out this grant, and I got an email saying that I was denied. Okay. They haven't even really like started sorting through applications to approve people. They've only really been sorting through applications to deny people if you do not meet the criteria. And I asked them, were you in business before June 1st, 2020? No. So this grant is not for you. Reading is very fundamental. What else do you need? You cannot have gotten any previous grant funding from Cuyahoga County. So any COVID relief for your business, you could not have gotten that already and be approved for this grant. They will not be releasing grant funds until later in the fall. So it's not even something that you will immediately get. What else? Required documents. You need a current valid government issued ID to match the ownership paperwork for the business. So if your aunt got a business in her name, your aunt has to be the person that applies for the grant. Like they have to use her information. Mine was registered June 14th. Do you think they will trip? Trip is not a good word. Anytime you are applying for grants, loans, anything from established organizations, they are not making any exceptions to their guidelines. So June 14th, no, you would not qualify. Your organizational documents. So you're going to need your letters of incorporation. So when you registered your business as an LLC, as a C Corp, you got a letter or a piece of paper from the Ohio Secretary of State Articles of Incorporation that says you are an actual business. You're going to need to upload that, your government issued ID, your 2020 and 2021 federal business tax returns. If you don't know what that is, if you're a business owner, Schedule C on your tax return, or if you are an S Corp, I think it's Form 1120, you're going to need those. If you have employees, because they ask you how many employees you have. If you have employees, you're going to have to submit your 941. Your 941 is a federal tax return document that you file quarterly with the IRS. So if you have actual employees, and they put heavy emphasis on employees, not independent contractors, not the people you 1099, the people that you pay via a paycheck and you have to actually withhold federal taxes from, those are employees. Anybody that you did not withhold federal taxes from, they are not employees. They are independent contractors. Independent contractors do not count for the purpose of this grant. If you are an LLC, as the owner of the LLC, you should not be on payroll. So you will not need, if you are a single member LLC, so it's one person that owns your business, one person that works in your business, you will not need to provide a 941. Okay? Because you technically should not have payroll unless you are an LLC that is taxed federally as an S Corp. That would be the only reason why you should be on W-2. So government ID, Articles of Incorporation, 2020, 2021 tax return, your 941. They also want 2 recent business bank statements. Even if you do not have people on payroll, you should have a separate business bank account for your business. EIDL loan recipients are not allowed to receive this grant. Yes, they are. Loans and grants are 2 completely different things, and EIDL is a federal loan program. It is not anything county related. So y'all got that? The documents that they want? Anybody have any questions about the documents that they want? Okay, cool. No questions. So this grant has to be used. The grant money has to be used for working capital expenses, to lease or purchase equipment for your business, the purchase of inventory or supplies, to hire staff, location expansion, or for marketing. When you do the application, they're going to ask you to write 2 or 3 sentences. If you are a business owner, I am pretty sure you are capable of writing 2 or 3 sentences as to what you want to use this grant money for. Please make sure those 2 or 3 sentences align with the reasons that they are granting the grant. Because if you do not include any of these reasons and the reason that you give them as to why you want the grant, you are lowering your chances of receiving the grant. So let's go over those again. Working capital, lease or purchase of equipment, purchase inventory or supplies, to hire staff, location expansion, or marketing. That's literally all they want. Like, there are typically, when there are grants and things like this, they want like a whole program right out. Like, they want a lot of stuff. They do not want a lot. They just want those documents to be able to do the research on your business to make sure you are an actual business. They want to see that you have made and reported to the IRS $35,000 in profit on your business. So if you have not reported, like some people got LLCs from 2018, you have not reported a profit in your business, this grant is not for you. You will not be approved. What is this? Oh, yeah, they want to see that you are an actual business. This is not a COVID relief grant either. This grant is not, they're not doing this grant as part of like any COVID relief programs. This grant is solely to help stimulate already existing businesses. And a lot of organizations do not consider you as an existing business until you have actually been in business for 2 years. And you being in business for 2 years means you have filed taxes for 2 years and you have reported a profit on your business in 2 years. This grant also is not for startups. So if you are trying to start a business, if you just started a business, you are not going to get approved for the grant. You are not even going to make it past the first 2 stages of the verification process for the grant. The county had a webinar earlier today breaking all of this down. And when I emailed the people, I told them, I was like, I feel like y'all probably should have had somebody who was an actual business owner do these webinars instead of the county, because one, nobody is checking the county website for anything, unless it's like property records or something. Y'all are not utilizing social media to reach the people who need to be reached to even know about these programs. And it was something else. And they are prioritizing Black businesses, minority businesses. So hopefully everybody that was on here is a Black business owner, because that's who my live was catered towards. But they are prioritizing minority business owners in Cuyahoga County for these funds. So if you're the sole member of the LLC, how much do you think you will be eligible for? Probably the 10K if you get approved. Will this recording be saved? Sure. And they're also not answering the phone. So when you do the application, do not submit the application until you have attached all of those documents to your form, because if you leave any forms off, they're going to flag your application as incomplete, and you will not be able to complete the application or resubmit it. And you're not going to get nobody on the phone to be able to talk to them, to be able to get your application portal reset to finish the application. So when you do it, make sure you have time to sit down and attach everything to it the way that you need to before you submit the application. I'm late and is in the process of filing 2020 and 2020 tax return, which I may need your help with, opposed to doing it myself. Will I still be eligible? Yes, assuming that you meet the other stipulations. Here's the thing about grant money that y'all need to know, and like put it in your brain. Nobody can guarantee you grant funding. Like nobody can guarantee that you will win a grant. Unless it is like a big grant that requires you to write about your program extensively. Please do not give people money to do these damn applications for y'all. Like the people that I am seeing that are charging for this grant application are not grant writers. Like they are not people who are versed in winning grants, writing grants, any of that. They are just people who are feeding on y'all being uneducated. And like I know one person who is I know one person who she's letting people pay her who don't even have fucking businesses or who started businesses this year, when it clearly says on the website, if you were not a registered business prior to June 1st, 2020, you are not eligible for the grant. So even if your business is not taxed as an S corp, if you have any employees at all, you will need your 941. Emphasis on employees and not independent contractors. Independent contractors are not employees and do not count as employees for the purpose of this grant. And in all honesty, for the purpose of anything else. Anastasia is one of my employees, by the way. Hence the reason she's coming through with the documentation in the comments. Thanks, Anna. I love you. When is the deadline? September 9th. That's the deadline to apply. And then they will finish sorting through the applications and then decide who is going to get the money and who is not. Yeah, I started my art business and got my LLC in February 2020, but I've never did taxes on the payments for all of my artwork. I never knew I had to file taxes for my art. I also closed my, oh yeah, girl. So here's something about the IRS. The IRS expects you to file and pay taxes on all money you received, okay? Any service you provide, anything that you do that you make money on, there's actually a publication on the IRS website that says we want you to file taxes and pay taxes on legally earned money and illegally earned money. So like if you out here pushing weight, you selling drugs, the IRS expects you to file a tax return and also pay taxes on that money as well. There is no money that you could earn that the IRS does not want you to pay taxes on. Because I didn't have $1,000 just sitting in order for my account. I definitely don't. So here's the thing. People don't. I think because a lot of us don't really have people who are business owners like teaching them the game. A lot of us don't understand the importance of like some shit you have to pay for. Like bookkeeping is a separate expense from tax preparation. It is very important as a business owner. It does not matter how big or small your business is that you have proper bookkeeping in place. That is going to cost you. Just like you pay, if you have an office, you pay for office rent. That is a business expense. So is bookkeeping. Bank fees that you pay to keep your business bank account open, those are necessary business expenses that you need to have. There are so many legit business owners, like people actually rendering services, selling products that were not eligible for a lot of the money that we saw floating around during COVID just because we don't have bookkeeping in place. We're not filing taxes. We don't have business bank accounts. We don't even have an LLC. And it's like, it's very important for us, especially African Americans, to make sure that we have our business shit in order. Because now a lot of the stuff, like even with government contracting, like they have money set aside specifically for Black businesses, women-owned businesses, minority businesses that people manage of because they don't have their back end shit together. And the fear of networking. Get out of that shit. Like for real. I tell people all the time, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. And that's coming from somebody, I'm very fucking smart. A lot of the stuff that I have been able to do, like when I run into walls in my business or in something that I want to do, which is not common because I'm a solutionist. I'm good at figuring shit out. I'm good at solving problems. Majority of times, those problems that I do have when I hit a wall are solved by the people that I have been able to meet and network with. This sucks because I really wanted this to help me open my art. Yeah, so that's the thing. This grant is not for startups. Unfortunately, this grant, if approved, if you get it, is for people who have already been in business. Have to set up an indigenous business so we're tax-free here in North America. Good luck with that too. Because if you are not an actual Native American, IRS want their money. Did y'all have any other questions about the grant that I might be able to help you answer? Oh, I should probably put the link in here for it. That usually helps. Copy. Hey, Miss Pam. Also been in business 5 years doing this, never filed taxes. You don't appear to be a business then. You have business paperwork, but you are not operating as a business. Businesses file taxes. That link that I just put in the comments is the link to the actual application. Can I schedule an appointment ASAP for tax preparation? If your books are in order, you can actually submit your information online to us, or you can submit your information online to us, or you can schedule a tax consultation. Website, hannahfinancial.com. I pay taxes on my properties. Okay, you paying taxes on your properties and you paying taxes on your business are not the same thing. Can I pin it? Let me see. No, maybe. I don't know if that pinned it. Miss Pam, I'm calling when I get off of here because I had needed something from Corey and I don't know if he told you what I needed. So does that disqualify me? Yes, I just gave you a rundown of the documents that you needed to apply for the grant. And if you do not have those documents, they will not even consider your application. Did I have anything else I wanted to put on here? Oh, if you are a nonprofit, somebody asked me that earlier, even though I asked people not to DM me any questions and to just show up here at 6. If you are a nonprofit, even if you were in business prior to June 1st, 2020, you do not qualify. This grant is for for-profit businesses only. Asking for a friend. What if you have a business, you file taxes, but your money and your return go to a prepaid account with the business name on there, or even just your government? No, has to be a business bank account. If you missed any of this, I went over documents needed, business requirements. It was something else I want to put on here. Oh, ineligible businesses. If you do any type of loans, gambling, passive real estate investment, illicit adult entertainment, or if you are on parole, or if you are a nonprofit, you do not qualify to apply. Or you can apply, but your application will not be considered. Are they combining income from 2020 and 2021? Or there has to be 30? No, it has to be minimum revenue of $35,000 each year. Also, if you have been operating as a sole proprietorship, and you have not registered at least a DBA, you will not be considered. You have to be a registered entity with the state of Ohio in order for them to even do business research on you. And they are definitely doing the research because my application for one of my businesses got moved to the next stage, and I got an email asking me to confirm um, some shit about my business that has not existed or had like is not current, but it was something that was current in my business when I registered my business, and I was like, oh, they actually are looking. So they are for sure doing their homework. So please do not get caught up in letting somebody create fake documents for you to attempt to apply, because they are doing their research to make sure that what you are submitting to them is indeed legit. This wild cherry Pepsi is amazing. Oh, and they need your, if you are an employee, if you are a business owner with employees, they need your 941 from first quarter of this year. Um, if you use Gusto for payroll, that's who I use in my businesses. I use Gusto. You can get that under tax documents. If you use like any other online, or not online, but any other payroll company that has like any type of online portals, you should be able to get your 941 somewhere out of there. And if not, you can just call whoever your payroll company is, and they should be able to email you your 941 from first quarter of this year. Oh, something else. Earlier when I was on the webinar, they want to, as shitty as it sounds, but they don't want this grant money to be the money that you need to like survive for your business. Like, because this is not a COVID relief grant, it's a business stimulus grant. So it'll ask you on the application, like if you have any other money to do whatever it is, like whatever reason you gave them. They want to know if you have like other working capital. Please do not put no, because if you don't, it's gonna look like you desperate, and they not giving money to desperate folks. Is there a certain amount ceiling for the 2021 taxes that would determine grant amount? Usually grant amount is determined by amount of employees and revenue. Please keep in mind, if you are preparing, like you have business tax returns, if you file a tax return that says I made $100,000 in my business, you have to pay taxes on that. And there is no guarantee that you are going to get this grant, because nobody can guarantee that you will get a grant. So please be considerate of that, especially if you are somebody who has not filed your taxes for your business. Doo-doo-doo. And generally, like, they want to see that you have made between $35,000 and $5 million in annual revenue. If you are somebody who has made closer to the $5 million mark, you are going to be eligible for the higher grant amount. But if you made $5 million in revenue, I'm pretty sure you paid a couple million in taxes too. So be conscious of that. Jasmine, what were you confused about? You said be conscious of that, making 5 million and paying a few. Oh, because he was asking about the revenue. Because they want tax returns. So if you have not filed taxes, do not inflate your income just to have a tax return to apply for a grant that you are not guaranteed to even get. Because the more money you make, the more taxes you pay. Be conscious that they may not get the grant. You should always be conscious that you may not get the grant. The grant is not approved. Nobody can guarantee that you will ever be approved for a grant. And I know the people charging y'all whatever they charging, make it sound real good, but nobody can guarantee that you will ever be approved for a grant. You're welcome. What can grant funds be used for? Anna, can you put our website information for tax services in the comments also? Eligible use of grant proceeds include operating working capital expenses for your small businesses, such as purchases of inventory, supplies, lease or purchase of equipment, operation, hiring staff, location expansion, marketing, or other expressly permitted uses. One more time. No, just watch the replay because we went over those 40 minutes ago. And I broke down why you need each thing. So put the link, documents required, use of funds. Did y'all have any other questions about anything that I have not covered already? Oh, there is actually... Articles of Incorporation 941. Why didn't it come up as a link? Let me see if I can do it. What did they send me? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for this link to give y'all. It's the actual replay for the webinar that they had. I don't know why it's not on the county website, but the lady emailed it to me. Because I emailed them and asked, could they have somebody here to like do Q&A with us? Nobody from the county is working after 5 o'clock. Which is another reason why I feel like they should have had like use somebody else to actually do the webinar instead of somebody from the county. But it's another conversation for another day. I forgot to call this lady back from Chase. The hell? Oh, here we go. Copy link. So if you want to watch the county webinar from earlier, though, that's the link. What else I got? Yeah, that's it. Y'all didn't have no other questions, so I'm going to go home. It's hot in here too. I did not turn the air on because I'm cheap, and our light bill our light bill last month was almost $300. Mm. Okay, that's all I got. I'm gonna get off of here. If you guys are interested in our tax preparation services, hannahfinancial.com. Do not DM me because I'm just gonna send you to the website. There's the website. I put the link for the application, the grant application, in the comments. I also put the link for the county's webinar walkthrough earlier. Put that in there as well. Do not let nobody get y'all or like scam y'all, charging y'all for creating documents, because they are verifying everything. And y'all be easy.